26. Alright, I don't know if I want to show you guys all my shit in the background, but I did decide to come here on live because I am uploading a video that might take a little while because I've been having some issues with uploading videos quicker. I don't know, it's just been taking a really long time to upload my videos, and I don't know what's up with that. So I figured instead of going another day without jumping on to my YouTube, I figured I'd just come on here and make a live. Hopefully it's not too long. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time, but if you do make it, I appreciate you. And if you catch this live at a later time, I also appreciate you for just joining the table of truth, joining the chat, joining the space that I'm holding for you. So aloha to anyone coming in or anyone who will be viewing this live at a later time. Again, I just wanted to come on here and talk about a few things. It's been a little bit of a journey the last week in terms of mental health, physical health, and just really remaining in a state of balance and appreciation and understanding that everything works in divine order. It's like we all know these things, but it's one thing to know it, and it's a completely different thing to truly live it, to truly remember to be mindful of our actions, our responses, and whatnot. So, I guess what I really wanted to talk about was mental health, because it was a discussion that I was having recently with a family member. And you know, a lot of the times our responses to people that are going through mental health issues varies, you know. If you've gone through it yourself, or if you've gone through a period of utter breakdown, or feeling at your rock bottom or your worst, and feeling like nobody's really available to you, or and not just in the sense of like somebody being there and saying that, hey, I'm here for you or whatnot if you need anything. It's just a lot of times we restrict ourselves from reaching out because we feel like we're going to be a burden to someone. But I don't know. I wanted to kind of come on and see what the vibes were, because I'm feeling like the direction of universe is really pushing us towards our abundance, our prosperity, towards our rainbows in a sense. We cannot give up. We cannot just quit because it's raining, because it's storming outside, because, you know, we're going through hurricanes in the current moment. We have to hold on. We have to ride out the storm, you know, surf the waves if we got to, so that at the end of this storm, we can appreciate with such profound gratitude the sunshine and those beautiful ho'ailonas, or signs that come to us in the forms of rainbows. So I don't know, let me see if there's anyone in particular that, whatever message is gonna come out right now, if there's anyone in particular that needs to hear this. I'm gonna reach for this Black Moon guidance deck and just see if there's a specific sign or aspect of your chart that needs to be looked at in the current moment. I'm going to turn you guys down too, so you can see the cards a bit better. Let's see. Who is this message directed for? Because I feel like I'm just coming on here blindly, and I'm not sure who it is I'm speaking to. Mahalo. Okay, so we have Aquarius. And you know, when I shuffled this card earlier before coming online, when I shuffled the deck earlier before I came on live, Aquarius popped out again. So to me, that's definitely a sign saying, if you have Aquarius in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Lilith, or a very predominant aspect in your chart that you know is Aquarius, then this message may be for you. Any other signs or aspects that need to be spoken to? Cancers. So if you have Cancer in your chart, your moon sign, your sun sign, Lilith, Venus, then this may as well be for you. This is your sensitivity, your emotions definitely are at play. So the video that I uploaded, or that I'm currently uploading, it might take a while just because how my phone has been lately. But this video that's currently uploading is very personal to me because I go a little bit more in depth about my background, how I was raised and how I came to live here in Hawaii. It's not too detailed because I didn't want it to be like super long and boring for you guys. If you guys wanted me to go into details about certain aspects, once you're able to view that video, then you can always let me know in the comment section below. But I mentioned that because we did get the moon card in that reading, and so I'm definitely feeling like there's a lot of past trauma and inner childhood issues that are coming up for some of you. And I know for myself, I'm going to take accountability, but there may be some past issues that are coming up in the form of your emotions, in your stresses, you know, in how you respond, how you react to certain things. Let me finish seeing if there's any other cards or aspects to be spoken to. Okay, not at the moment. And let me double check the Aquarius card and see what's up with the Aquarius sign. So this is a card of I know. Aquarius, this is January 20th through February 18th. It says, expect to be tested and shown waves of the future. Ruled by the planet of sudden insight, Uranus or Uranus, but in earlier times Saturn, the planet of wisdom, Aquarians tend to have a natural aptitude for genius. Even though, so this is mental space, mental clarity perhaps. Even those that are not geniuses are able to collect facts and knowledge far beyond the scope of those of other signs. Because of their vast intelligence, it doesn't take Aquarians long to see that they are superior in intellect to most people. But whoa, aren't you fancy Aquarians? This is why the sign of Aquarius rules science fiction and anything brand new. In reality, Aquarians see waves of the future in a way the rest of us cannot. Aquarians can be very stubborn in their views, even when those views appear off the wall to others. They will fight long and hard just to have the freedom to stay weird. And they will fight for the rest of us to stay weird as well. So this is a very individualistic, intelligent, insightful sign is what I'm seeing. Who kind of is the front runner of new or explorative type of ideas or inventions or innovations is what I'm getting off of this reading here. So in brief, this is a card of the future. This is a card of speculation, visions, speculative literature, science fiction, you know, someone that might enjoy talking about the stars and the planets and outer space and outside of time and space, you know, very profound types of subject matters. Let's see. This card actually in this Black Moon guidance book is corresponding with the star card. So we're getting hope here. The star card is that faith, that trust in universe. And the key ideas for this card is about eccentricity or eccentricity, surprises, standing alone, talking again about the future, technology, outer space, mastery. So a very innovative card, or a very innovative, universal type of energy that we're getting off of this particular card. And then the Cancer card, just to double check, corresponds with the moon. Okay, again, so I was right. So the moon card and the star card is basically coming up if this was the traditional tarot deck. But again, we're also talking to specifically Aquarius and Cancer folks. You might be feeling these shifts, these universal shifts. You might be really in your emotions right now. But Of course, if it resonates, then let it be. If it doesn't, then let it go. This is general reading, but this is the general energy that I'm feeling and that we're getting right now. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to pull from the Mono deck. This is a Hawaii-based type of guidance deck that I sometimes like to delve into to kind of get a little bit more of an insightful understanding of the energy that's coming up. So let's see. What's the overall energy right now? These emotions, these expansive ideas that are possibly coming off, these hopeful ideas, these trusting universe type of ideas or energies that are coming off of the Aquarius card. What's the overall vibe of present energy, divine? What needs to be looked at in the now? Okay. Sometimes it takes a minute to get the energy going. Wow. We have the Naupaka card. So this is a card of separation and possibly union, but I'm going to read it from the book. But this Naupaka legend is basically two lovers that were separated by a curse from Pele, I believe, the lava or fire goddess. She was jealous of, I think it was of Naupaka's love for this wahine, this woman, and so he separated, or she, sorry, separated the lovers in the form of two flowers that grow here in Hawaii, one by the ocean and one up Mauka or inland. They, as you can see from the card, they look slightly different, and they look like half of a flower. And one particular flower can only grow by the ocean, and the other can only grow up Mauka. So it's like they're never able to fully reunite. So with this card, it definitely symbolizes separation. So maybe you're going through something right now that is feeling very divisive. What's the word? You're feeling division within yourself, but also possibly within a union, a partnership. So let me grab the book, the Mana Cards guidance book, and get a little bit more insight from the author's perspective. So there's a little chant. I'm going to try to do my best live in reading this. I cannot read too well in Hawaiian, but I do okay. But the chant says, divide into two parts, separate by space, keep a distance. In Hawaiian it says, ma hele lua ho'okoa ho'oka'avale. So the teaching of this card says, near the seashore in Hawaii grows naupaka, a sturdy shrub with light green leaves and thick clusters of white berries, as you can see from the card, yeah? The white and purple blossoms that grow on this shrub look as if they have been cut in half. On the mountainside grows a similar shrub with dark berries and leaves that are of a different shape and shade of green from those of the naupaka near the seashore. This shrub also has blossoms that look like they have been cut in half. So the naupaka is the theme of a number of Hawaiian chants and stories about the separation of lovers and the agonies of parting. One such story is the love story of Momi and Ikaika, who were soulmates. Momi and Ikaika wanted to, sorry, I think I said the name of the kane or the man was Naupaka, but according to one mo'olelo or one Hawaiian story, his name was Ikaika. And it says, Momi and Ikaika wanted to be together always, and when they were not, each had the feeling that neither was complete without the other. Due to the jealous wrath of Pele, they eventually became separated. Ikaika was condemned to never leave the seashore, and Momi was banished to the mountainside, destined to never reunite. So that's essentially what I was saying earlier. But the interpretation of this card, I'm just going to kind of skim through because I don't want to read the whole, excerpt. But overall interpretation says, Naupaka appears when a separation has happened or is about to happen. This separation may be temporary or permanent. You may need to separate yourself from a certain way of approaching a relationship or situation. You may need to separate yourself from being attached to a particular outcome, like being hyper focused on what you're doing and having it yield a certain or a specific result, because we're not always in control of those outcomes. So it's really separating yourself from that mindset. One Hawaiian tradition says that if something fails after 3 attempts or 3 omens warn against a particular course of action, the effort is permanently abandoned, which means quit trying because it ain't meant to be. Divine is giving you a sign, is giving you the symbolism that if it's not working out and you've tried it 3 times, or you've been given 3 omens, then it's time to separate yourself from that course of action in a sense. So it indicates that you may need to detach yourself from an object or relationship or a behavior. And it might also mean that something is about to be or needs to be completed. All right, so that's an overall idea of what this is. This is basically cutting ties. In Hawaii, we say oki, which is to cut. So oki can be used to sever a relationship or end a quarrel. Oki may also be used to dissolve a union between a man and a woman, or any other type of emotional or relational attachment. In all instances, oki requires the cessation of clinging to an idea, behavior, or relationship that is not in your best interest. So the energy that I was feeling a little bit earlier was like really needing to shine a light to the people in the back, to the ones who have really been feeling left in the dark, the ones who have been feeling depressed, who've been feeling unseen, unheard, unsupported in a sense. Maybe that's where we're getting those emotional, maybe where we're getting those emotions stirred up or coming up in the current state of things and in our current realities. We got this star card with Aquarius. So really divine reminding us to remain hopeful, to know who you are, to be open to the feelings that are coming up through emotions, through reactions, and to possibly learn to cut the ties, cut the strings, cut the behaviors of the stuff that we're doing that's not really serving a purpose, that's not really benefiting us in this moment. And when it comes to emotions that make us feel depressed, it's really just projecting our insecurities, projecting expectations that maybe others have placed on us. It's really projecting that right back onto ourselves. And that's not always a good thing when you're trying to move forward and you're trying to really follow your path, follow your flow, follow your goals and your dreams in life, if that makes sense. I'm feeling like this could apply to such a wide range of people that it's very difficult to be specific. But this could relate to a relationship that needs to take a pause. There needs to be a new approach. And there needs to be separation, either temporarily, like the book said, or permanently. But this could also just mean reflecting on yourself. There needs to be a new way or a change of behavior, a change of how you view your course of action. So let me dive into the Mermaid Tarot and see if there's any truths to be seen, spoken, and shared with you guys about this current flow of energy. Wow, we again have the Star card. Okay, so let's see what the continual vibes are. Wow, all right. This is interesting because we have the Queen of Pentacles, the success, the abundance, the happiness, the joy. I always liken this card to what is your current state of mind, I liken this to resonating with your crown chakra. what things need to be looked at, examined, changed, shifted in your day to day, what things need to be separated in a sense, like what behaviors or ways of doing things need to be examined and cut, severed in a sense, in order for you to reach that state of abundance, or to receive that state of abundance. But I'm feeling like this Ten of Swords isn't so much a negative. What I'm seeing is that with the Queen of Pentacles coming in, you are now allowing yourself, with cutting those ties to emotions and to people and to behaviors and relationships that no longer serve you. You are opening up space, expanding space to receive more love, more life, more abundance, more prosperity, more joy, more happiness, and all of the above, right? We are coming to the end of these cycles of self-sabotage and self-deprecation, and just the way we talk or speak to ourselves, and how degrading that may be, or when we receive a projection of this energy onto us from others. We are coming to an end of the cycle. We're completing this phase, and we're learning to move past it, is what I'm seeing. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's basically saying, okay, we're at the end of our ropes. We're really needing to learn to cut these ties and to get rid of this sabotaging, death-inducing energy in a sense. Let's see if there's any more truth to be seen with these cards. Continual flow of truth to be seen, spoken, and shared. What else needs to be seen? Knight of Pentacles kind of came out sideways, upside down on the Queen of Pentacles and Ten of Swords. So it's like the holdup is financially driven. It's like you definitely have a need or a want or a desire to acquire the abundance, the fulfillment from life, in both a financial or materialistic way, but also in an emotional way, like, you know, reaching emotional stability. And so you're kind of getting over this energy, reaching the end of that cycle. But there's still going to need to be work done on the financial front, or even putting in the work to receive more joy, more happiness. The Pentacles energy is like, to me, abundance and prosperity on the spiritual end of the spectrum, as well as the materialistic or financial or physical end. So it's a whole range of in between. But the Knight of Pentacles I'm seeing is it's really going to take work to achieve that abundance, because we're moving out of certain cycles and certain mindsets or states of mind. Okay, let's see what else needs to be seen. Yeah, moving away. Wow, and this fell on the Naupaka card, the separation card. That is moving away with this Five of Swords from the conflicting, shit-talking, ill-intending type of energy that surrounds you with the people that are in your lives, or the partnership that you might have, or even just the self-talk that you might be giving yourself, the emotional instability. You know, this is where possibly with the Cancer card, the moon, this correlates with the moon card in traditional tarot. You know, it's saying that this is where we were emotionally. Sorry, this is where we were with it upright. And now we're moving away. We're trying to get out of that. We're trying to cut those ties to the people that are really not allowing us this beautiful expansion of happiness, the serotonin levels of joy, you know. Oh, color mine. Uh-oh, I think I'm gonna get cut off. But the last card that popped out was the Judgment in reverse. So I'm feeling like there are some things that you might not want to quite let go in this moment, but it's needed. You know, it's time to release past past hurt, past pain, past emotions, and move on, move past those energies. Okay, I don't know if this is going to cut me off because the phone is overheating, but I'm going to try to pull a quick whispering words just to get a quick, truthful conclusion. Yeah, trust. Fell right on the star card and the moon card corresponding. We need to trust universe to guide us where we need to be, to allow us to separate